Starting.
Oh,
hey everyone, how are you doing? It's Lori Hoy here from Full Fit Life, and I am here again with Dr. Fawn from Fresh Start Chiropractic. Almost said Fresh Life. I'm sorry.
Wrong store.
I know, wrong place. I mean, not that it's a bad place. No, that's what I'm saying at all. We are here today on Wellness Wednesday, and we're going to be doing a series of live broadcasts. Hopefully every Wednesday, unless, you know, things get busy and we have to maybe do every other, or I hope not, but I'd like to do it every Wednesday. I don't know about you.
And she's here on her first day of school.
Yeah, I know. I made it. I'm okay. I forgot my tripod, so the vantage point that you're seeing, I can tell that you're looking at the top of the counter, but that's okay. It'll all work. But anyway, we've had several suggestions of some other things that you'd like us to touch on. So we're going to be planning some other things. Something about, I think, allergies and asthma. Yep. We're going to touch on that. And obviously some other body parts, because there are many different things that can go wrong or whatever. And I've been battling with some chronic elbow pain, and I've not gone to my regular doctor. I've doctored with Dr. Fawn about it and chatted with her, and I just mentioned to her before we started that my elbow it's been a long day. I need more
She's
coffee.
Tired.
I am a little tired. 4:45, didn't sleep last night. It's just the whole thing. That's the way it works. I don't play tennis and I don't golf, but that's usually what they call them, golfer's elbow and tennis elbow and things like that. So she's going to talk to us a little bit about what you can do for elbow pain. But anyway, I mentioned that my elbow's been feeling pretty good lately, but if you've been following me on my personal page, I just got finished doing a 3-day cleanse, basically, a refresh. I wasn't eating any carbs I don't do any sugar anyway, so the inflammatory foods weren't in my diet, so that's probably why. However, it still can be aggravated just by movement and things like that, so absolutely. Hopefully you'll get some education out of this. That's our job. That's what we like to do. We like to educate people. And this is one way we want to spread that to you. So if you know of anybody that's suffering from elbow pain, please be sure to share this at the end, or you can tag them in the comments and then they'll get to see it as well. And we're also going to put this on I'm going to say it again. Fresh Start, I should just have you say it.
Fresh Start
Chiropractic's page, so you can share it there as well. Okay?
Yeah.
All right.
So I see elbow pain daily in my office as well. And like Lori said, the two most common elbow issues are what they call tennis elbow and golfer's elbow, just depending on which side of the arm that it hurts on. And most elbow pain comes from repetitive use, whether it's using a mouse at the computer or typing all day, or people that have physical jobs that have to use their hands. But again, when we use our weights and things when we're working out, sometimes just the dumbbells and the things that we are doing, every time you use your hand, all the muscles of your hand are actually at your elbow. So a lot of times repetitive hand motions are what cause the elbow problem. So what happens is when these muscles are working back and forth in the arm, they're rubbing over that bone in your elbow. So a lot of times those muscles and those tendons will get inflamed. So it's basically a tendonitis, whether it's on the outside of your arm, like I said, that's called tennis elbow, or on the inside of your arm, that's called golfer's elbow. So again, as we talked about for everything comes back to inflammation, and those muscles are inflamed. Now, the biggest thing you can do is actually catch it early. As soon as you start to feel something, the best thing you can do is throw some ice on it, because ice helps with inflammation. Okay. You don't need ice very long on your elbow, maybe about 5 minutes. But that's the first thing you want to start to do. And then secondly, you want to make sure whatever motion that you think is causing it, you're decreasing as much as you can. So if you're working out, like I always say,
well... And I mean, I'm sure the added use of computers now that we use technology, that's probably aggravating, just that constant, and maybe sitting in that stationary position for a long period of time. Can that also do it as well?
However, everybody talks about ergonomically correct desks. You're right. You don't want your arms to be up or down, or you want everything to be basically at 90 degrees and 90 degrees. 90 degrees at your elbow to be able to type, so that your wrists aren't too tilted. But yes, that again, anything that you're doing with your hands is going to make this mad. So the sooner you catch it, the better. So icing, you can do some stretching just by stretching your arm. You're pulling your hand upwards. That'll stretch the bottom of your hand or your arm, and pulling it downwards will stretch the top of your arm. But that will all help to stretch it, ice it. And the other thing that's my favorite thing to do when you do start to have this problem, and I wish I had one to show you guys, but I'm sure you've seen all the people with the straps around their elbow.
I have one.
Yeah,
I had
absolutely.
one.
That's actually, it's called a tennis elbow strap.
Mm-hmm.
And what it does is when you strap that on there, first of all, when you strap that on there, you bend your arm like this, and then you tighten it as much as you can. So that way when your arm goes straight, it's not too tight. It actually gets a little skinnier when your arm's down like this. So that's the best way to put it on.
Maybe that's why I didn't like wearing it. I
'Cause
didn't put it on correctly.
Oh, yeah. See, if it's too tight.
And it was in the way or something, so I think that, yeah, okay.
If your fingers turn blue or something, then you know you got to do something different. But the idea behind that is I tell everybody, just wear it when you're doing the things with your hands. I mean, I know when I say don't do the things with your hands that make it mad, nobody's going to actually stop. So that's the best thing. Wear that brace, because what it does is it holds those muscles still so they're not flapping back and forth and getting more irritated. So while you're typing or while you're lifting or while you're doing whatever else you do, you wear that strap during the day to at least decrease the stress on those muscles so they can heal faster. And then at the end of the day, that's when you take it off, that's when you ice, and that's when you stretch it. And hopefully if you catch it sooner, it won't be a problem.
Now, I just bought mine at the local CVS, so it's not like you have to order it anywhere special from an orthopedic surgeon or doctor or whatever. I mean, you can get them anywhere.
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't even really sell them here because they're much cheaper at Walmart and CVS, so you can find them anywhere. So that's what the first round of things I tell patients to do if we catch it sooner. The other thing here in the office that we can always do, we have the cold laser that helps with inflammation. I can actually adjust people's elbow bones. And I'll also, if it's really, really bad, I actually suggest a massage to work on some of those muscles and things that are mad in there. But other than that, we always go back to what Lori's already talked about.
Nutrition!
Yeah, absolutely.
I know, guys, you're going to get sick of hearing it, but if you change that, just try it. That's all we ask. I mean, just try to do that, and then if that helps it, then you've got, somewhere to go. If you don't try it and you're trying all these other things and it's not getting any better, it's just, then a lot of people turn to medication, and that's also then putting different chemicals in your body, and then what those chemicals can do is harm other parts. So
absolutely,
it's always an easy, I say it's an easy fix because I did it. I'm not saying it's easy to do, but it's also easy not to do.
Right.
And you've had to do it, so for other reasons.
Right.
But there's a lot of people out there that are super supportive. If that's I'm sure on Facebook you could Google, or not Google. On Facebook you could search for. I know there's a Whole30 group out there. I know there's all kinds of groups and support groups out there for people that have those kinds of issues with their nutrition, and it works. Having that support to get you through it, because it isn't hard. There are things that are more difficult,
right?
But it can be challenging.
And there's always just people always ask me too what they can take supplement wise for inflammation. And my two favorite things to take on a daily basis that I take myself are turmeric and fish oil. They're both anti-inflammatory, and they help with all sorts of aches and pains, just because it's so much better than an Advil or an Aleve. So if you take it regularly, then you just kind of get ahead of any inflammation that your body has.
I didn't know about fish oil.
Mm-hmm.
And do you take like the caplets?
Yep.
Those,
capsules.
okay.
My turmeric, a lot of people, you can buy turmeric in capsules too, but my turmeric is a liquid. But it doesn't matter. Fresh Life probably has those things.
There's our plug, Fresh Life, okay? Send us some goodies, all right? I'm just kidding. No, I'm not really kidding. What about like ground turmeric, like a spice?
You can actually eat it. I mean, I put it on a lot of stuff too. It's good,
right?
But you'd have to eat a whole heck of a lot of it.
Well, that's what I wondered. How much, like, you would, like, I've put it in tea before, my bone broth. I put it in when I heat it up. I put like I don't even know, maybe 1/8 of a teaspoon, which probably isn't enough.
Yeah, that's not enough.
Okay.
The therapeutic doses, I take more than the average person. I think I take like 1,000 milligrams or something of it. But but yeah, it's whatever you get, it'll tell you the recommended dosage, and at least do that, and it's better than nothing.
Do you have any specific brands that you choose over others that
Mine, I order from a lot of different companies personally, just because that's the one thing. I mean, I'll stay off a soapbox, but right now, when you just go to Walmart and buy Walmart vitamins, you can't guarantee they're good. So yes, I can. If anybody has any vitamin questions, I can answer those, because you do have to be careful where you get your vitamins and what kind of quality they are, because sometimes you're paying for stuff that's not going to really help you. But places like Fresh Life and Sunset Health, that other place on the other
On 150 that's near us where we live, yeah.
Those people are pretty knowledgeable about things, and I know that if you go there and talk to them, they can help you. But yeah, just don't go to Walmart and grab the cheapest thing on the shelf, because that's not always the best idea. And like I said, I can answer any questions about that kind of stuff too.
And there's a reason why it's super inexpensive, and a lot of times they're not putting in as much as what's stating on the label. Is that
absolutely
true? Or they're putting in additives that might have a different effect on you.
Yes, you
So,
do.
Yeah,
That's
you just
one
really
thing.
don't know.
You have
and
to
you
watch
just
what's
have,
in
you
it.
know, this is part of our role, or one thing that we enjoy doing is just getting the word out. I mean, don't feel bad if you've gone to Walmart. I mean, you've at least made the attempt to do something different than just say to your medical doctor, hey, can I have a prescription because I'm in pain? You've tried, so that's a great start, but you just need to educate yourself on those types of things, because not all of those companies have your best interest at heart.
Right.
And we do.
Yeah,
I think.
absolutely. And we're always here to answer questions, both of us. So, because we love this kind of
So
stuff.
no tape for me today.
No tape.
And I was glad, because I would have had to shave these hairy, furry arms
Yeah,
of
she
mine.
totally asked if she had to shave her arms. I said, no tape today.
But I'm sure there's a way for to use KT tape in that as an alternative as well.
There are,
Yeah.
I like
not
those braces are
Yeah.
so much easier, and
you have to shave
yeah.
your arm. You have to shave your arm.
There's also those compression sleeves that go all the way up your elbow, but they sometimes aren't tight enough to really be as effective as the brace you can just, like clamp down.
I'll have to try that again. Maybe that was my problem, because I think I was just sliding it on and putting it on, and it was like, okay, it's not working very well. Or I just got in the way, and maybe certain activities you can't wear it. Does it?
Well,
I don't know.
It depends.
Certain things that I do, it was more of a nuisance getting in the way, but although the pain was more of a nuisance, so.
So she should have taken a break from whatever she was doing.
Probably. Like lifting up my water bottle at one point was hurting. Yeah.
Should have used her right hand.
Yeah.
instead.
I think I just went, I'm like, oh, that's really bad. All right, thanks guys for tuning in. And if you're catching the replay, feel free to reach out to Dr. Fawn at Fresh Start Chiropractic or me. And if you have any other ideas, again, we're always looking for things for us to present to you and just give you a little bit more information so you can make a great decision for you and live a happier, healthier life.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in, and we will see you next Wednesday for Wellness Wednesday.
Have a great week.
Bye.
See ya.